With the recent changes ongoing at WCHS, we want to take a little deep dive into the past. To do this, some WCHS alumni have agreed to tell us about their experiences here. We start by going back in time to what the school was like when these alumni attended.
It was one of the newer high schools in the county. We had probably the best athletic gym in the county at the time because it was so new. So everything there was all new and fresh at the time.
It was a lot smaller. It's grown a lot in the last, 10 years probably, just guessing, but it was a small town, so it wasn't near as big as it is now. A little more close-knit.
In 1997, when I graduated, I think there were around 800. So my graduating class was significantly smaller than they are now. And so I think there are people that you guys go to school with that you never meet. We all knew each other. Everybody knew each other.
A little bit smaller than what you guys are adding on to it now. We had a pretty big class. I think we had like 450 when we graduated. So yeah, it was already, I remember when I was there, that little trailer park was still out back where they were starting to add on to the high school. And we had like math classes and science class out there.
Clubs and sports have always been a key part of students' lives. Whether it was just one or multiple, most students were involved in something, even back in the 60s.
Yes, I was in baseball and track. And then I was in agriculture for a little while. For 1 year. I did some judging at that. And I was also a class officer.
I was a varsity wrestler and a varsity golfer. And I was in a drama club. I was a stage manager for the senior class play.
I was a thrower in track. I was a volleyball manager and a wrestling manager because my dad was coaching. I was a football manager for a year. Future Educators of America, and I was in that. We had FCA, I was in that. I feel like there were more clubs I was in. I was in the English academic team. I was pretty involved.
I was in marching band and winter percussion.
While everyone had different experiences, they all have a memory or two in particular that they can look back on fondly. From competing to reaching that final stretch, high school definitely left its mark.
I know, probably the graduation, the separation, it was very emotional for everybody. Everybody was crying. And it was like he was breaking up a family. And so it was very memorable for my graduation. And then the follow-up that we stayed with each other.
Good. Most memorable experience at high school was probably wrestling for the county championship.
My entire senior year, probably. My senior year, I had a really tight core group of friends, and it was like a large group. There were 8 to 10 of us, and we went to all of football games, basketball games. There was a line dancing club in Mooresville that we went to every weekend.
My senior year, we won state finals for winter percussion, which was really, really cool.
All these individuals have gone through a wide variety of careers. Gerald and Randy are retired. Brooke came back to WCHS to teach as Mrs. Fuentes. And John is a truck driver with his own mechanic shop. Though, one alumni in particular stands out on this front.
Well, after I graduated, went to Indiana State, ended up getting my master's in literature. Taught for them, Ivy Tech, St. Mary of the Woods, and University of Cincinnati for about 8 years. And then I transitioned to Indiana University Bloomington, working within the Office of Admissions. And within those 2 years, I'm now an associate director within the Office of Admissions.
Reflecting on their high school years, this group wouldn't really change much, with the exception of a couple minor things. So that time wasn't just memorable, but also worthwhile.
Probably get more involved in activities that were available. I was so focused on sports and taking classes that maybe there were other opportunities I didn't take, and kind of would have enjoyed that.
I'll probably put a little more effort into my homework.
I would invent the wheel. No, I probably wouldn't do anything different. Everything kind of worked out pretty good so far.
I was on the shy side, so maybe put myself out there more, but I was pretty involved. I usually tell students to be as involved as possible.
Whiteland's past has been the main subject here. Now, let's focus on the present, on what these alumni are saying. They gave incredibly meaningful advice that can be incorporated into everyone's everyday life.
Yeah, just stay focused. Sometimes there's so many distractions. I'm sure many more distractions than now.
You know, it will definitely pay you benefits throughout life if you pay attention and take your education seriously. And what you do in high school, getting you prepared for college, it definitely is worth your time.
Don't be helpless. And what I mean by that is try to learn everything that you can. Any kind of hands-on skill, a trade that anyone's willing to teach you or that you have an interest in. You can never limit yourself to being able to do too many things.
As you get older, you realize that other people's opinions matter very, very little. So, like when I was younger, I was making a lot of decisions, like going into accounting instead of education, based on other people's opinions or expectations of me. And it ended up meaning I had to be in college for an extra year because I changed my major and I had to basically redo the whole semester. So, like, other people's opinions do not matter.
Don't let your teachers tell you and influence you as to what you can do in your life, because you can do anything that you set your mind to.